I've recently, as a counsellor, I've been asking questions of our council leader about the appropriateness of us hosting Drag Queen Story Hour and funding that as a council. I mean, it's a political thing.
They're on video down there. We've got evidence for you. They're assaulting people, and we've actually got them on video and them saying it. And you're not interested, officer. I don't understand why.
Potentially, and B, it potentially also kind of flies in the face of just the established guidelines around safeguarding and not blurring the lines between adult entertainment and child education. And C, it doesn't really represent the LGBT community in any way, shape or form. A drag artist isn't someone who's trans. That's not what they're representing. And most people who are trans probably like to get on with their lives and pass as genuinely female or male.
Drag queens are not welcome here to read stories to children. That is a step forward, and we thank the library, whoever decided that, for that progressive move.
Who are you?
At least
What gender are you?
the right of children to privacy when they're young.
Have you got a gender?
Their sexuality not
Well, some
meddled
sort
with
of freak.
is being recognised.
Male, female?
That is great. That is
Goodbye. If they possibly can, not to have this, you know, overly sexualized, sort of hyped up representation of women. So we're not even talking about trans people, but in sort of posting about this publicly as a counsellor and saying, look, I'm asking questions about this. I've got concerns about it. I've been told, I've been called names obviously, but another counsellor has come on and said that he thinks that children are unsafe around me. Yeah.
So what I would say in relation to the suitability, to sort of translating that over to children, I mean, you've obviously said a lot there as well. But it's almost become untouchable from criticism, which is what you're saying with the accusations pointed at you.
We've got drag queens speaking out about this.
Nobody's protesting about
What's wrong
trans
with
or
drag
whatever.
queens? What's this?
It's in the library though with kids. That's the problem. That's what the problem is.
You're saying a drag queen, something wrong with drag queens? Is that what you're saying?
With kids, yeah.
Have you seen the drag queens in America? Because now that's been allowed, it's gone on a couple of steps. So you start
What's wrong with drag queens? You're saying there's something wrong with drag queens.
No,
No, we're not, mate. That's the thing. We're not.
And what I would say is it is extremely dangerous to create any sacred caste of people that cannot be open to criticism without you being accused of hateful behaviour or some sort of phobia.
So why don't you go back to Brighton?
You're one of the local sort of nutters then, aren't you?
You know, that we know where the dangers lie really with creating a sacred caste of people.
Yeah.
From criticism.
Yeah. And the whole thing around safeguarding and child safeguarding is that all of us, it's all of our responsibility, and it should always be okay for anyone to raise concerns for any reason, you know. We shouldn't ever be suppressing anybody from raising concerns where it involves kids. And
Sorry, what's your name?
Oh no, it's Lisa.
Lisa, hang on, step back. Lisa, so did you get inside, Lisa?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell me why?
Well, yeah, I just want to, you know, give my opinion to it. Two burly men, security men, said, you know, for me to go, basically.
Okay.
So I was escorted out.
Are you local?
Yes.
How much do you think this is all costing your taxpayers'
Well,
money?
exactly. I mean, look how many police there are here today.
Yeah.
Do you ever see this many police? You know, you want to go down where, you know, Private Avenue and everything, you know, there's stuff going on all the time. They won't even come out to shoplifters now.
Yeah.
And yet you've got how many police here today?
Right.
I've encountered them. I've never seen so many police in one place.
I was in Brighton yesterday. It was an incredible amount of those 3 vans, police cars, decoys, just for one man.
what's going wrong? We've got, this is just the most recent. We had Kelly J. Keane, who had 2 police officers visit her house on the weekend to tell her that she'd been untoward about paedophiles.
I know.
That was it. And they hadn't actually watched the video. They hadn't seen the video in order to verify whether the complaint about her was malicious or was accurate or anything like that. But they went straight round to her house in a day and age when police are really pressed for resources and for time and really overstretched. And then we had Lawrence Fox filming that guy who'd posted a meme that was found to have caused anxiety to one of his neighbours or to someone else on Facebook. And the guy got arrested, and Lawrence Fox also got arrested. And while they were being arrested, they were saying to the police, look, this is the law. And they were giving them chapter and verse, you know, what you're doing. You've got no grounds to do this. There's no grounds for you to charge us with any of these things. I think there was a malicious intent or something like that was the charge that they were arrested on. And then they were released after hours of being, you know, held in the cells without charge. And I think they're pressing charges themselves now against the police. And then more recently, we've had this poor woman, this amazing woman who stood her ground. She put a sticker on her door which said something about gender erases women or something like that. Gender ideology. Yeah, which really, when we're talking about these guidelines and what you're saying about everyone having shifted from talking about sex to talking about gender, when the law doesn't actually talk about gender in those terms when it comes to strip searching, that's, you could say that's actually an accurate sticker. It's not actually mean about anybody. It's a description of what's actually happening in real time to policy at the senior level, in policing, in prisons, you know, in how we respond to children in terms of their psychological health and their physical health, right across the board. So this woman, I don't know if you heard the clips of the video. It was so upsetting. Yeah, she's been a victim of rape twice. She was trying to say to this PCSO, I need spaces to be able to go which are women only. And the PCSO was saying to her, why do you know, what's wrong with, basically what's wrong with having men in your spaces? You need to be kinder. That was the gist of it to someone who was a rape victim. I mean, any thoughts on how we got here? You know,
I've got loads of thoughts, but again, it's this conflation of sex with gender, isn't it? That's at the heart of all this, really, and the failure of public organisations to step up and properly consider these issues. You know, they're only listening.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's wrong that there's a public disturbance happening over here, and you know there's going to be a public disturbance? That's why you're here. Why is it going on? I don't understand. Can I give you a chance to talk?
They're not allowed to talk.
Not allowed to answer.
It's not their fault.
If there's a public disturbance, we'll deal with it.
There's one right now. That's why you're here. You're filming it.
Currently protesting, and we're there filming the protest.
Yeah. I've counted 3 police vans, 4 cars. I don't know how many officers are on duty. That's costing a lot of money because people want stories read to them, to their children in a library that most of the Brighton don't know about. And you're here to make sure that happens, so that it has to happen. There's a lot of people don't. And I know this is personal. I'm asking as Sussex Police. What does Sussex Police think about it?
I'm not commenting on behalf of
Fantastic. Thank you, EA116. Lovely smile, by the way. You're a lovely woman.
You can call our media line if you want to, and I'm sure they'll give you.
And how about you, CB281?
I say, if you want a line on it, you call the media line.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for your help, officers, and thanks for your cooperation and keeping us safe. Thank you.
You know, certain parties really with regards to this. I mean, all those things you've outlined are absolutely horrendous, and they're there forever to be seen. I mean, I've listened to that recording of that sort of poor woman, really, and what she went through.
This is crazy situation. It's been 2 weekends at the police station non-stop. And then you've got all these police there for this, and then he's like making fun of me, going, oh, sorry, you're so scared. Like, how can you speak to someone like that? I am so stressed out about it all. Not one police officer will look and see, oh, you're right. Nothing. Why?
Well, we're never going to agree on what's the priority.
I don't care what these people get up to, right? It's up to them, it's their prerogative. But a real victim who makes a call to the police if they're in danger, you won't even entertain it. What's happened to the police force? What's happened to them?
Totally understand and respect her need for a single sex space.
Yes.
It's not the business, in my view, of the police to be dealing with everybody's anxiety and everybody's offence. You know, that's not the role of the police in this country, really, to be controlling people's thought and the expression of their thought. What on earth is going on there? And it's just this constant slippage, really, of the police doing more and more outside of their core role.
Really, this is quite good. Whether you think he's right or wrong, what he's doing is neither here nor there. The fact that this is costing so much money, I'm surprised Sussex Police don't come in and say, do you know what, this is ridiculous. We can't do this. It's just too much money.
that sort of conflation of sex with gender has led directly to men being placed in women's prisons, you know, and I find it shocking